With the Gateway Arch welcoming us in the background, a look at Busch Stadium in St. Louis. Tonight, the opener of a 3-game series between the Seattle Mariners and the St. Louis Cardinals. A moment now to give you a look at the Mariners starting lineup. Anybody catch your eye, Eric? Into the box now, Tim Money. He'll get to take his first cuts here.
Tim Money.
Behind on that one, now behind in the count, 0-1. Into the windup, here comes the 0-1. Right over the top with that curveball, and it's 0-2. And Eric, as we take a look at the Cardinals entering play here tonight, they continue to fall on hard times, losing again last time out, and that makes 7 losses in their last 8 games.
Yeah, and this game's not always that hard. You hit the ball, you throw the ball, you catch the ball, but lately they haven't been doing any of the 3 particularly well. That's going to need to change, and soon.
Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. Hit out towards second. Wong has it on to first, and there are 2 down. And here's a look at the starting lineup for the visiting Seattle Mariners. EK, any thoughts?
Well, of course, you have to like what Anthony Rizzo brings to this offense.
Greg Garcia will dig in now. He had a couple of hits in yesterday's contest.
When you're hitting under 200 on the season, you've got to come up with a good performance every once in a while, and yesterday was one of those.
Money scoops it up. Throw to first will get him easily, and the side is retired. Down in order. Tim Money stands in with 2 on and 2 out here in the 3rd.
And you know, some guys just get better with runners in scoring position and 2 outs. This is a big at-bat for him right here, even though it's still early.
Into the seats, 0-1. He's set. Here's the 0-1. Big swing and a miss at the fastball, and he's behind in the count, 0-2.
And you know, all you have to do is point back to yesterday's ball game. This was part of their downfall, hitting with runners and scoring.
It's through. Let's see if they send him around to try to score. And they're not going to get him. He's in there at the plate. Striding into the box, Carlos Martinez, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one. Sent on the ground out to second. Money takes it in. On to first, and very quickly 2 are gone here in the home 3rd.
Third baseman number 13, Matt.
Tim Money will dig in, 1 for 2. He grounded out the first time and followed that with a base hit in his second plate appearance. From the stretch. Pitch out.
1-0.
Nothing doing. Now a throw over, back in standing.
Simple throw over there.
1 run, 6 hits, and no errors in the game for the Mariners to this point. Ground ball right side. And he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over. 1 left for Seattle, but they hold a 1-0 lead. Greg Garcia will step in now. He's bounced out and flown out in his first 2 plate appearances. 6 runs, 5 hits, and no errors so far for the Redbirds. Hits this one hard the other way. And that's through for his first base hit in this one. And now time will be called here as you see the pitching coach making his way out to the mound to pay a quick visit. Tim Money gets a shot now with 2 men on and 2 away here in inning number 7.
And we'll see here if he can come through. It can be discouraging to see opportunities like this late in a ball game go untapped.
Started to go around, but it's ruled strike 1 anyway. A look here at the hits per side here in the late going. He pulls this one into right, and the two-out threat will not come to pass as the inning is over. This one pretty well in the bag. Tim Money will stand in now, and hey, give these guys credit. They're not going down without a fight.
I'll tell you what, they're not too far away from making a game out of this one after all.
He slaps that one away, and the count will be 0-1. And he misses with it, 1-1.
Yeah, he's not really getting on top of that curveball right now, and that's going to get him into trouble if he keeps leaving it up there like that.
And a half swing here, but he pretty clearly went around, and it's 1-2 now. Runners are at first and second with one away. Still 1-2 as he fouls it away. Ready on 1-2. In the dirt here. Goes to third with it. And he is safe at third as he moves up on what's likely to be ruled a wild pitch.
Yeah, and that's always the danger when you're working that off-speed stuff down with two men on base. Once the catcher can't get a handle on it, both guys are off and moving. They're going to move up to second and third now on what will be scored a wild pitch.
Fastball. Whoa, look out. That just about got him in the coconut. But one thing he's shown so far, he's not afraid to work inside.
Yeah, with that base open right now, he shouldn't have to be afraid. If you do hit him, big deal. Get the next guy.
Neither guy willing to give in, and the at-bat will continue. Keeps fighting him off. The 8th pitch of the at-bat coming up. Lifted into the air out toward center field. Borges is there. Makes the catch, but the runner from third breaks for home. And a relay home.
He's in there.
And Hundley's tag will not be in time. He's safe at home plate.
Well, every run helps, but they're running.
And guys, the Cardinals tonight could not have done it were it not for the contributions of this man, Dominic Brown. Talk about a worthy recipient. He's our tops player of the game.
Yeah, I think in the end, this really could have been anybody's award. But what the heck? Let's go ahead and give it to this guy. He's as deserving as anybody.
So that'll just about do it. For Eric Karros, Steve Lyons, and our entire crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. This has been a presentation of MLB The Show. For more, don't forget to check out theshownation.com. The Cardinals win it 7-2. Good night from St. Louis. Both teams getting their final warm-ups in as we welcome you back to the MLB pregame show. First pitch of Game 2 in our series is right around the corner. But before we turn that corner, here is our tops player spotlight. Tim Money will be in the glow, as today we wanted to check in on one of the younger players in this organization, still trying to establish himself here in the big leagues. For more, here's Eric Karros.
Well, thanks, Matt. And you know, many just dream of making it to the big leagues, but once you're there, you really have to prove your worth and value in order to stay and earn a job. That's the position he's in right now. He's a pretty decent-looking young player, and you can see his play has been sufficient over the last month or so. The club has said they like what the future may hold for him, but they would like to see him show a few more flashes of it going forward. Well, for now, I'm sure he's enjoying life in the major leagues and working hard to make sure he stays there.
All right, lineups and first pitch are coming up next. Stay tuned for that right here on the show. Tuesday night baseball now from the home of the Cardinals, Busch Stadium in St. Louis. Tonight, Game 2 of this 3-game interleague series between the Seattle Mariners and the St. Louis Cardinals. Cardinals baseball is straight ahead, next on the show. A moment now to give you a look at the Mariners starting lineup. How do they get back into the win column, Psycho?
I think you really have to be patient in this one. Work the count, take some pitches, and then put the ball in play. I think you're going to have to try to manufacture runs one base hit at a time.
Number 1.
This is flared right back over the mound. A quick out number 1. And here's a look at the starting lineup for the visiting Seattle Mariners. Steve, how do they go about ending this losing streak they're in the midst of?
Well, they need to get guys on base.
Tim Money will stand in for the second time now as he'll again get the opportunity to lead off an inning.
Yeah, 9 men came to bat in that first inning, so now they get a chance to reset and start over here in the second.
Throw to first is going to beat him, though, as they're able to thwart the bunt attempt. And with a quick breather here, a look at the defense for the St. Louis Cardinals. It's brought to us by Majestic. Eric, what do we need to know?
Well, guys, they have the best fielding percentage in all of Major League Baseball. They catch a ball as well as anybody. When you're doing
Tim Money stands into the box. He's 0 for 2 so far in this one.
Money.
Waka's ready. Here's the first pitch. And that's in there for strike 1.
And I think now you're starting to get the sense that he's put that first inning behind him, and he looks a lot more comfortable out there now.
Chopped at the plate. Francis is up with it. Over to Smoke at first, and there are 2 away.
Now batting, center fielder.
Tim Money will stand in, and they've done a good job keeping him off base at the top of the lineup. He's 0 for 3 thus far.
Yeah, guys, not really providing the spark that they usually hope to get out of him. Maybe he can make something happen right here.
Tap fouled at home plate. And there's ball 1.
If you're hitting left-handed, all you can really do is just kind of quit on that pitch and hope it doesn't find the outside corner.
And this one's in the dirt. Low throw, and he can't handle the short hop. Fortunately, the center fielder's in the right spot.
Well, that's the obvious danger of trying to get a guy to fish at a curveball in the dirt. You'll see this one skip away, and now that'll take the double play situation right off the board. Could be a costly mistake.
He's set, and the 2-1 pitch. And, ooh, he's really given some leeway on the outside edge here. 2-2 now.
And tonight, borderline calls, you got to be swinging.
Good bite to that sinker as he gets him to swing through it for out number 2.
Well, there's no question that the sinker away has always been this guy's bread and butter pitch. You can see where it is on show track. And
Tim Money struggling so far in this one. He'll look to erase his 0 for 4 ball game with a base hit right here.
Oh, man, it's never fun to go over, but let's see if he can find a way to climb out of it.
Squared that one up just a little late. 3 runs already home here. Swing and a little blooper to center. Borges coasts under it. And the inning is over. So they pick up 3 runs on just 1 hit in the inning. No errors and a runner left. On to the bottom of the 7th. Get up and stretch here in St. Louis. The Mariners lead it 6-0. Tim Money stands in here trying to get off the schneid. He's 0 for 5 so far.
Yeah, it's been a rough one for him, but he's got to let it go. You know, 1 for 6 is, what, 167 points better than an 0 for 6. And I'm not even sure how he did that math so fast.
Now the 0-1. Off the plate, 1 ball, 1 strike. Out in front as he rolls over it to second. Wong is there. Throw on to second for the force, and the side is retired. Mariners leave one. They're up 6-4. And, boys, probably a handful of deserving candidates for our top player of the game award. But what do you say we go ahead and give it to the man who shut the door out of the pen?
Yeah, it's nice to have someone like this that you can call on to finish things out for you. And he came on to slam the door shut.
So that's a wrap here tonight. Eric Karros, Steve Lyons, Matt Vasgersian, you.
Our final line score tonight.
MLB The Show is at the gateway to the West, St. Louis, Missouri, and lovely Busch Stadium. Today, the third and final game in this three-game series between the Seattle Mariners and the St. Louis Cardinals. Should see some great battles out of these two next on the show. A moment now to give you a look at the Mariners starting lineup. Steve, what's the key for them here today?
Well, I think just putting this guy into the stretch early and often. Look to get the leadoff hitter on base to give themselves the best opportunity to score runs throughout the game.
Lance Lynn, the right-hander out of Indiana, will be doing the pitching in this one. What do we need to know here, EK?
Well, guys, he's got a 1-to-1 strikeout to walk.
Tim Money steps up to the plate with a great chance to drive in a run here in the early going.
And, you know, you hear it all the time, but scoring first really is a big deal in this game. Statistically, your chance of winning the game goes up quite a bit when you score first. So this is a big opportunity right now.
In tight here with the first pitch fastball that's 1-0. Eric Karros, we take a look at this Cardinal ball club as they enter play this afternoon. It was another loss for them last time out, and that makes them 2-8 over their last 10 games.
And this is the final game of the homestand before they hit the road for 7 games. So you can bet they'd like to head out on a winning note.
Now a swing and a miss, and he's behind 1-2.
And that's about where he'll sit with that fastball, 93, 94. And that's plenty hard enough to blow it by guys when you need to.
This is line to left. A leap, but he can't bring it down. Base hit. Long throw to the plate. And they're not going to get him as he's in there to score.
It doesn't look like there's going to be much of a letdown from yesterday's ball game. They knocked the ball all over the yard in that one, and they're off and running again with an early RBI single here.
Fastball close, but he didn't get it. 2-1. Time for a look at the umpires working this one. Behind the plate is Darryl Parker.
Well, overall, Parker is a solid umpire, but I have seen sometimes when there was some inconsistency calling the corners. As a pitcher, it seems he doesn't always give you the same spot when it's on the black.
And he'll step off. There goes the runner, but he's safe at first as he gets back in time. And he misses this one inside, and that'll run things full 3-2. Looks like he employed the slide step on it.
Cat and mouse game going between the pitcher and the runner right now. We'll see who wins this duel.
And that misses for ball 4. And it's first and second now with nobody out.
Third baseman
Kyle Seager settles into the box for his first chance. And he'll fall behind now to 1-2. Has to be thinking strikeout here. A little late on the fastball, but he's able to spoil that one off, and he'll get another chance. Lynn comes set. Here's the 1-2. Now the fastball is right by him as he swings and misses for the first out of the inning. And here's a look at the starting lineup for the visiting Seattle Mariners. Who do you have your eye on, EK?
Well, I think the focus has to be on the man hitting third. He comes into this one as Mr. Clutch in this lineup, carrying a batting average with runners in scoring position over 350. That's pretty reliable, so he could definitely be an impact player in this game.
Lifted in the air out to center field. Grichuk is back, and he'll get there to make the play for route number 2. And he is in there. With a moment now, let's take a look at the defensive lineup for the Redbirds. It's brought to us by Majestic. EK, what do you got?
Well, guys, when you talk about elite defensive outfielders, this guy's at the top of anyone's list. Jason Hayward can cover ground. He's got an unbelievable arm. And when you're talking about defensive runs saved, there aren't a lot better.
Runners at the corners, 2 men out. Good job to spoil that one away, and he stays alive. Look out. That one almost got away from him. 2-2 now.
Yeah, and when you're almost hitting guys, that's a sign that he's a little bit jumpy out there to start this game. So that's a good move by the guy behind the plate to just come out and talk to him, give him a word or two of encouragement.
Throw on to Smoke at first, and the side is retired. M's pick up a run on 2 hits. We'll move on to the bottom half of inning number 1. It's the Mariners 1. The Cardinals coming up. You're watching Major League Baseball on the show. Stepping in and ready for another shot, Tim Money. He reached on a single in his first try. Right on that pitch that time as he wraps it into center field, a base hit. So a line drive single to center makes it 2 hits for him this afternoon. And we'll give you a look there at the Mariners leaderboard to this point in the season.
Expect him to produce game after game. He's a hit machine for them.
And no throw, as it turns out, as he takes second with ease. Don't know if that was a true hit and run there with 2 strikes or not, but he's into second base safely on the strikeout. Coming to the plate now, Kyle Seager, and he could give his guys an early lead if he can come through here.
Oh, and it's so important to take advantage of these kind of opportunities early in a ball game. It can change the entire complexion of the game if you can put the other guys on their heels right away.
No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike. That's lifted the other way out to left. Brown on the move. And that retires the side. 1 left for Seattle. Home half of the 3rd coming up, tied at 1. Settling in now, Justin Smoke. He got called out on strikes his last time through.
Well, you know, it never feels good to go down on strikes, especially looking. You wouldn't be surprised to see him be a little more aggressive in this at-bat.
Hit hard on the ground towards second. Throw in time, and the side is retired. Down go the Redbirds on a mere 4 pitches. Through 3 complete, all tied 1 apiece. Tim Money steps in with 1 in, 1 out, and 1 on here in the inning.
Yeah, it's been a pretty good inning here so far, so we'll see if they can scratch another run across right here.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Sends that one out of play for strike 1. Throw over to first, and he'll get back in safely.
Got a pretty good lead right there.
And another throw over. And a dive, but he's back.
Keeping him close.
2 runs, 5 hits, and no errors in the game for the Mariners to this point. And a curveball, 79 miles an hour. It's in there 0-2. high in the air and drifting out to shallow center. Mercer onto the grass, and he brings it in for the second out of the inning.
First baseman number.
Stepping in, Tim Money. He flew out in his last at bat.
Batter number 1, second baseman Tim Money.
Oh, and this just jumps off the bat here as this is to deep straightaway right field, and you can pretty much forget about this one. That is a long home run. A 2-run blast to straightaway right field, and it gives the M's a 4-2 lead.
Well, this pitch is just a little bit in, not really a terrible location at all. But if you're sitting on that pitch in that spot, you can certainly do some damage. And he absolutely did some damage right there to the tune of a 2-run shot.
Jason Hayward gets a shot now with 2 men on and 2 away here in inning number 7. And he reaches up and sends it on the ground to second. Oh, and he just fans on it out there at second as it gets right by him. They'll cash in here as the run is in to score from third. It's now a 5-4 ball game. Digging in, Tim Money. He'll look to keep it going. 3 for 4 so far in the ball game.
Tim Money.
Breaking ball that's cut on and missed for the first strike.
That's such a good pitch to get ahead. Lefty on lefty. It's a big looping curveball. Makes it very difficult for the hitter to try and time what's coming next.
Down and away, it's a ball and 2 strikes.
Yeah, that's the put-away curveball. A great pitch with 2 strikes. You start it in the zone and then let it work out and see if he'll chase.
Breaking ball, and he gets him to chase it in the dirt. And the throw is made to record the second out of the inning.
And in a tie ball game already, that would have been a tough way to let the go-ahead run get on base. But luckily, this is a nice play behind the plate.
Quite a lot of offense in this one, but if we had to highlight one guy that made the difference, there he is. He's our top player of the game.
Yeah, you see a couple of hits for him in the ball game.
Our final line score this afternoon. First for the Victoria.